What's up, Internet? This is Jonathan Anderson with emergencyshutdown.net. Excuse me for kind of being a little bleh. We're recovering from our recent regional. In which case I'm showing, actually not a deck I played in regionals, but a deck that we kind of have been messing around with and thinking about. There's some new cards coming out that we will put in afterwards. But this is kind of what, at least I've been messing around with on gentechie.net. Today I'm again with my co-host Andre.
What's up, guys?
And we're going to try to walk you through this current reiteration of Nero we've been working with. The first thing you'll notice is it's an Eater Keyhole deck. The reason we went with Eater is actually we were trying to do kind of like a throwback to the Faust Gabe list, and we realized Nero can't do it due to the fact that the reason it worked in Gabe is the 2 credits he got from the HQ run paid for the drug dealer, and slowly we were running out of money very quickly.
Yeah, and it just wasn't working. But then in that same game, those same couple of games, we kept on running into a swordsman, and then realizing that didn't matter because we just used Nero's ability to jack out as swordsman as a sentry. So we still like the interaction with the AI breakers, the fact that you don't need the mimic out to be safe from a swordsman delete or swordsman trash rather. So we went to the other popular Anarch AI breaker, which is Eater, and then that one allows us to use credits, which Criminal has a much easier time getting credits with account siphons and similar cards.
One of the other cards we kind of fell in love with through this process of elimination is when we were running a connection-y based deck. Reflection and Underworld Contact seem like a must include with each other.
Yes. So before an Underworld Contact, you needed to find a way to play essentially what were less than optimal cards in your deck, or even a less than optimal ID, because Sunny trades in any ability text just for having 2 link. But Reflection, some players might feel also go into that same less than optimal. But the fact that it gets you a memory,
it gets you a
and link necessary in one card that only costs 2 credits is actually quite effective. You can have a decent rig now, including Sneak Door Beta and using Zool as your code gate breaker, and just having a lot of utility programs on top of your breakers, which actually gives a bunch of flexibility. And the jack out ability isn't entirely irrelevant. There are some times that you can see something interesting, and now you have even more information about how the game's going to play out. So I've been pleasantly surprised by Reflection, especially now that Desperado's on the most wanted list, and it costs us 3 more influence. That in this deck you can see that the influence is already as tight enough as it is.
The other reason for Zool is not only because it's floating in the cloud, is it's actually a very good answer to Turing, which is another kind of issue to Eater decks. If they throw a Turing on the R&D, it gets very awkward to get into the server. Clicking in 3 times, and then when they double Turing it, it's well, not getting in. Now it's pay 2 credits to get in, right? It's 1 to boost, 1 to break.
And on the remotes, it's not that big of a deal either, just because we do the inside job.
Yeah.
We saw play in our Florida regional, which in the finals there was a double Turing remote out of HP with I believe an Ash and an agenda installed, and the Leela player was able to just inside job on first click. The HP player res 2 Turings, and it didn't matter. The inside job passed over the first one and used Turing's subroutine, so spend 3 more clicks and just get through, hit off the Ash and steal the agenda. Not for the win, but definitely changing the tempo of the game a lot.
We also kind of included Spooned because I've been playing against a good amount of HP on a Gentechie. Yeah. And Spoon's been it seems good to kill Turings. Also, Toll Booth can be a little bit of a headache when you're using Eater. I'd rather just pay and kill it once, or if I have the chance to Crescentus it.
Yep.
again, like, we need to draw. We don't want to use drug dealer because all of our credits are going to be going to Eater. So we decided to bring in career fairs because we were running daily cast, we're running hotel, underworld contacts. It's kind of not the best to use it on, but it's okay.
Yeah. I think Career Fair Earthrise Hotel is probably one of the better influence-free draw engines that Criminal has access to. Granted, Drug Dealer is an amazing card, but you do have to make accommodations for the negative downside of that card.
And I feel it's better if you're going that Faust route kind of thing. Like, at the beginning of our game, it was going really well, and then both drug dealers got trashed, and it was a grind from there.
And then our deck came to a screeching halt.
Yeah.
So although the numbers and some of the influence decisions might look a little bit out of the norm for this deck, it came through a decent amount of playtesting and realizing like the things we were trying that seemed good didn't go quite as well as planned, so we're trying this out now. And I guess we can...
Well,
or is there anything else that you want to...
No, I think it's a pretty straightforward deck. Hopefully we get some straightforward games. I'm going to stop here. You can find us in the next few videos where we play different games. And hopefully we don't run into any IG.